In this video, I'm going to talk about why health is regarded as a source of wealth. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you my 52 minutes to live story, so hang out to the end. True story, it just happened. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a few things, right? How health is wealth. How does that even correlate? I'm going to talk about the number one resource in your health world that you take advantage of and deny all the time, which is maybe why your money's not working. And then I'm going to talk about how you should invest in yourself. And that means health and wealth. Get ready, get a pen and paper. So first of all, I'm a huge believer in health and wealth. In fact, I started my career at 17, was given the book Think and Grow Rich, and changed from being a lawyer to getting a finance degree. So I have finance and business bachelor's degree. So then I went on, because I did what most people do. You keep going to school if you don't want to get a job. So I had a job for like a minute in finance, literally a minute, and then went back to school and I got a master's degree in exercise physiology. So I put these interesting degrees together in health and wealth, and I really liked the finance, but didn't know the path to start, because so many people in finance just go work for a financial institute. They work for a bank, or they're the finance manager or accounting manager inside a corporation. None of that was going to work for me. I was very entrepreneurial. And so I started helping blue collar companies build fitness centers. So I started in Nebraska at 24 years old, got a huge contract with Chevron, moved to New Orleans, lived in the French Quarter, had so much fun, flew around on helicopters and seaplanes, and helped build 272 fitness centers on the offshore oil rigs. And then that took me around the world. So I was deep in the health business and the analysis of what health does to corporations, from back injuries to smoking to overweight people to blah, blah, blah. So huge part of it. Fast forward, 1996, Bob Proctor introduced me to Robert Kiyosaki, Sharon Lechter. I joined the Rich Dad Poor Dad team, became the master distributor of the game. So that's how this whole story links together. So from 1996 to present, I have been back in the wealth world and teaching financial literacy around the world, every continent except Antarctica. Little pink ones aren't very interested. I don't know why. So what does it take to really immerse and care about your health? Well, I'll tell you my little accident earlier this year in a moment. Before I get there, I want to talk about, seriously, health is the number one takedown of wealth. All right. So if you look at the number 1, 2, and 3 reasons why people that have had a lot of money, it immediately goes away, is someone's health. So an unplanned health incident, whether it's cancers, heart attacks, whatever it is, that unplanned in your family is the number one takedown of wealth. Number one. Number two, shockingly enough, are unplanned legacies, where you didn't organize, right? Passing on to the next generation, and the first, if not the second generation, will blow it. They will take it, they will spend it, you didn't educate them, so why are you building it in this lifetime if it's not going to last for generations? That requires you to bring me your children and let me train them. The number 3 and remarkable takedown of wealth, which most people think is number 1, is divorce, right? And what's interesting about divorce, when you think about health and wealth, is love has nothing to do with money. But why is it the number 1 thing thought about? So there's just some statistics on how critical you need to take your health and your health planning. We're huge fans of what's called an HSA. Again, you can put in the comments, say, hey, my name is, and I don't know what an HSA is, or I would like to get in contact with somebody who could help me open an account. It's a health savings account. It's where you get to be more self-insured and you have more money put away, what you can invest during your lifetime. And let's just say a long-term care issue or a health incident happens, you can tap into that to pay for health needs. So unplanned health and acting like you're going to build this wealth without a plan for health, or unfortunately health disasters, is critical. So as you build your wealth, I want you to actually carve out some space in your life to pay attention to your health. Now, the one obvious thing that I promised I'd share with you that people abuse, don't use, and aren't organized around is your time. You say, well, how is time a health issue? Well, because a lot of people just check out. COVID gave people a huge excuse to have what I call a COVID coma, where they can just lay on the couch, eat bonbons, binge on, Netflix and Hulu, and not do anything, versus use that time to get really healthy. So here you are building wealth, listening to my channel. I hope you subscribe, right? Not hope, I'm demanding. I want you to subscribe. Get a notification bell. So every time I have a video, it pops up and says, hello, we're back. Every day it's like muscle conditioning, right? We're going to have muscle conditioning for your health, and we're going to have muscle conditioning for your wealth. And so we're going to pop in every day. I'm going to have 10 plus minutes with you. Back to your health. Where is it in your priority list? Some of you, it's just not been a high value. You're going to have to carve it into that calendar. See, like Zig Ziglar and everybody that's a great expert says, we only got 24 hours. How you spend yours and how I spend mine, and I'm a 1%er, usually pretty different. Right? So where do you have time in your life? You can carve in some activities to, I'm going to say first, learn more about money, be financially literate. It's not being taught anywhere. And where are you carving time to be healthy? Whether that's just taking a walk, whether that's starting to hike, whether that's going to a gym. There's plenty of things you can do to have your own home gym. Now that might not motivate you enough, so you may have to hire a personal trainer, somebody to meet up with, because I'm your financial trainer. Right? So you're going to work with me. I'm going to mentor you through that. You may have to have some accountability partners to get through the health side. But time's critical. And how have you carved health and wealth into the time of your life? I wrote a book called Yes Energy. I'll tell you more about that at the end because I'm going to give you a gift, which is my roadmap. And I'm going to talk about that towards the end of our video and how that roadmap can help put these two things in your life. So when you're really looking at your health and your wealth in that calendar, like really get it in sync, right? What do you want, right? I was in The Secret, so I'm going to the law of attraction. Be really clear. What do you want your wealth part of your life to look like? What do you want the health part of your life to look like? In my family, we're super active. We ski, we go on hikes, we water ski. We just got back from zip lining, went water rafting. My daughters just learned to surf. I mean, we're super active and always in sports. So if you're not a sports family, what are the activities you could build into your life? Maybe you just want to go golf. Walk, no cart. Just be out and be active. Also, what are you putting in your mind? Right? So read my books, put some great healthy stuff in your mind. And health is broad. Health is hydration, it's sleep, it's all those areas of your life. So take it seriously, create a plan for your health, create a plan for your wealth. I'll help you do that part, but take it seriously, it goes together. But before we leave, I'm going to give you my 2-minute story. So the last thing I heard was 52 minutes, ma'am, to live. And this was January 3rd, 1:36 in the morning. I fell down. It wasn't even a fun story. So I fell down, but I fell onto a building that had this big hydrant with those little pokey, things that fire departments would screw onto. Well, I fell and it was about 18 inches above the ground, and I fell on my left rib. Broke 10 of my 12 ribs. My ribs went inside, shattered my spleen. I was bleeding out. Never bled inside. Wouldn't advise it. Really, it's like a fire torch would be light of the burning sensation inside your body. Anyway, so, my husband and my son were with me, other friends were with us, and they took me to the emergency room, which landed me in a trauma ICU. Code 1 surgery. It was very exciting, hours and hours, and they had to go find my spleen that had, dispersed across my body. And I remember laying on the gurney, and they kept counting down. They were in their 60s, and I remember 58. And then I finally said, what are you counting? And they said, your minutes to live, ma'am. Then you kind of have a reality. There's my son, there's my husband. A little shocking. So this is critical that you get your wealth organized, these durable powers of attorney, you get your stuff set, and you organize the health side of your life. When we talk about HSAs or proper health insurance, that was well into a 6-figure experience for my life, still dealing with it. My point in sharing that is I teach this, and I had a little reality check of how darn serious it is. So in my Yes Energy book, I did a whole formula on how do you keep Yes Energy in your life. There are those days where you just don't have yes energy, meaning super curious, super creative, super fun energy. So there's a formula that I walk you through in my book. So I really consolidated that down to a recording that I'm going to give to you. You can click on the link below to get it. It's called my Yes Energy Roadmap. So it's how do you put this health and wealth together in your life? What are the formulas that you do? And have a roadmap to saying yes every day. Say yes to some area of your life. You're worth it.